one thing has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
And good morning and welcome to the First Federal program for this first Friday of October. Todd, can you believe it already?
First Friday of October. It's officially fall now.
Well, it is officially fall. It doesn't feel like it, but
It's starting to feel a little fall-like.
In the mornings.
Cool mornings,
Yeah.
cool evenings, but tomorrow's going to be hot.
I was going to say 80, mid-80s, upper 80s this weekend. It's spring weather, right?
Doesn't
We're
seem to
gonna
be
skip winter.
humidity though, so it's not like
No, thank goodness.
dog days of water.
Thank goodness. I couldn't handle those again.
We have some great guests today.
We do.
TJ DuBois and Brandon Cody from the Rochester Fire Department. We'll be visiting with them later, talking about Fire Prevention Week, Fire Prevention Month. Especially important now that Fulton County has a burn ban now, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But we'll welcome TJ and Brandon to the show in a little bit. Look forward to them being guests today. A lot going on this weekend. With our fire department guest today, I brought out a fire department trivia question.
Uh-oh.
And
Now you're really putting the pressure on them.
I'm looking at TJ back there. I don't know. This is kind of a harder one, I think.
Uh-oh.
When were fire poles first used?
Fire poles. Wow.
1858, 1878, 1898, 1918.
Wow. I'm going to think on that one for sure.
You were a good guess from last week.
I did. My guess worked out well last week.
Yeah.
We'll have to do another guess this week for sure. But,
I remember touring fire departments when I was a youngster, and that was always cool going through the fire department, seeing the fire pole. And of course, they never let you do it because it is a hazard. And these are trained adults doing that. So
And if you let one kid, then all of them are going to have to. And yeah.
So talk about fire prevention week next week and or this week coming up, and we'll have a good show today with TJ and Brandon on the show. How about sports, Andrew?
Yes, good morning. A lot going on. It's that time of year locally, which sports are starting to get into postseason play, starting to wrap up.
it is.
Winter sports here will start to kick off their practices later this month. And then on the national scale, you got MLB playoffs underway now. NFL's Week 5 began last night, and college football is already in Week 6, believe it or not. So a lot of things going on.
I don't care what sport it is, but professional playoffs are always
It's just,
better.
You can be just, it goes up a notch a little bit. Intensity, environments, yeah.
Yesterday was like the first day they had all same game, 3 final games
Yep.
in baseball.
Yep. All series is for the wild card win 3 games except the Reds, who lost 2 games to the Dodgers. Probably should have went to 3. I mean, they jumped on the Dodgers pretty good in game 2, but couldn't sustain the lead. It evaporated pretty quickly. But the Tigers were victorious over the Guardians. The Dodgers over the Reds, like I mentioned. The Yankees over the Red Sox, and the Cubs over the Padres.
Woo-hoo. Go Cubs go.
So now we got some divisional matchups now.
True, yeah.
In the divisional round. You got the Cubs traveling to Milwaukee starting tomorrow. You got the Yankees traveling to Toronto starting tomorrow. And then on the American League, or the other matchup in the National League, American League aren't division rivals. You got the Dodgers traveling to the Phillies and the Tigers traveling to the Mariners. So,
Fun baseball time now.
Yeah, now it's interesting. The dynamic. You got some teams that have been sitting a little while, and others that are have knocked the rust off.
Yeah.
They're
It'll be
ready to
interesting.
go.
Yeah. Cubs, like you said, three times now, and Milwaukee's been set.
And they're so familiar with each other.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh. I wonder why.
First Cubs playoff series win since
2017, yeah. I didn't realize until it happened last
when they're
night.
playing the Brewers. They split the games this year.
Yeah.
I think. So
The Cubs get the bats going a little bit. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Defensively, they're strong, but
Yeah.
they got to put some points on the board.
Yeah.
and then you mentioned like Yankees and Blue Jays playing. I mean, do you play division like playoffs or not?
Yeah. I mean, it's you're familiar with them from a fan standpoint, so
So you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
How'd the Yankees do with the Blue Jays this year?
I think they had a losing record against Blue Jays, but it was pretty close.
Okay.
So,
You know, of course, it's playoff season too, so you never know what's going to happen.
the Yankees are the first team since the 3-game wild card became a thing to be down 1-0 and come back and win the series, which all they got to do is win 2 games, but still, nobody had done
right.
it yet. So,
And Randy, you said you never know. That's
You don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
that's,
of
you
my
know,
favorite
it's,
things about sports. There's an expression.
That's the second time.
That's baseball.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's all about hitting, pitching,
timing, strategy, there's a
Right.
lot that goes into it.
get
So,
some base runners on,
who's
and
healthy, who's
move them
not.
around.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's more involved than baseball. We've had
Yep.
some great high school things going
Yes,
on.
yes. So I want to give congratulations and good luck shout outs to a couple local golfers. One being RHS senior Olivia Bailey, who won the regional last week for the 3rd straight year.
That's really impressive.
Yes, very impressive.
Plus, she's won at least twice there, the Kankakee Valley, if not
Yes,
3 times. So yeah,
Sandy Pines meets her eye.
yes, she
let's
likes
say.
that course.
But she got a hole-in-one on hole 17 over there and tied the school record with a round of 67.
Very
Very
nice.
So she's teeing off down at the state championship today,
850
8:50. So here
on
in
hole number 1.
a little over an hour.
And where's that at again? It changes around a little bit. Golf Club
That
Indiana,
is
or-
at Carmel, Prairie View.
Prairie View, yeah, it used to
Okay.
be at the Legends in
Yeah.
Franklin, but then it changed.
Well, good luck to Olivia.
And then good luck to
Yeah.
Tippecanoe Valley's Savannah Miller, who's a sophomore. She's also down at state.
That's
So,
impressive too. as a
Yes.
sophomore.
She's teeing off at 840 on hole number
right,
10.
just a little bit ahead of Olivia. So
And then just a little south of TRC,
Yep.
Percy Dyer will be teeing off there at 910 on hole number
representing
1.
Peru.
Yeah,
Yep.
from Peru.
So good luck.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
3 area golfers down there. So
That's
all on
great.
the individual side.
Yep.
Because golf not being a class sport, that's great. I mean,
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Great achievements by the young ladies, and good luck to them.
And I want to give good luck to the Rochester High School and Rochester Middle School cross country teams as they both have conference meets tomorrow at North Manchester. So
Oh,
good luck runners
yeah.
there. And a lot of high school football going on tonight. Rochester hosts Northfield tonight.
Homecoming.
Homecoming. A lot of fun activities going on with homecoming. So what time's pregame tonight?
6:35 tonight. 7 o'clock kickoff from Barnhart Field.
And Tippecanoe Valley hosts a non-conference game tonight. Hosts Western, who's having a heck of a turnaround season after going 0-10 last year. They're 5-1. Tippecanoe Valley's 4-2. Caston with a 2-4 record travels to Triton, who is 4-2. Caston, who's 2-4, travels to Triton, who's 4-2. Winamax 1-5. They host North Jefferson, who's 5-1. And Culver was victorious last week. They are now 2-4. They host 5-1 Pioneers. So
A lot of great action.
Mhm.
As we start winding down. The
Yes.
draw coming up next Sunday.
That's
the 12th.
crazy.
Yeah.
Feels like it just started.
It did. It does. So, sectional draw on the 12th.
In college, 2 of the big 3 in-state schools are in action this week. Indiana's got a bye, coming off a nice road win over Iowa. They got a bye before they go to Eugene to face Oregon, who also
Yeah.
has a bye.
Oh,
this
they're on the
week.
bye too.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's
a
not good.
big undefeated matchup for both those teams.
I had the advantage of seeing your script, Tanner. What number is Indiana? Remember
Number 8.
that? Okay, just want to make sure that we got that in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good
No,
news is they should move, except for maybe up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there were some crazy losses last week.
Yeah, last week was a good slate of games. This week, don't have too many top 25 matchups against each other, but a couple.
I think Purdue has a great game too. I think they can.
Yeah,
do
they
it.
host number 22 Illinois tomorrow, who's a 9.5-point favorite. That's at noon on the Big Ten Network. But I like where it falls. Purdue's coming off a bye. Illinois coming off a big win against USC. They have Ohio State next week. Maybe it's a trap game for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's
at Purdue. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this rivalry
I
is
might
usually a
actually
pretty
be
good
cheering for
rivalry.
Purdue on that.
It would help Indiana out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's a rivalry game. Purdue's won 8 of the last 10 in the rivalry. It's usually a pretty close game, so we'll see what happens. And Notre Dame had a thrashing road win last week over Arkansas. Ended up getting Arkansas's coach fired.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's now ranked 21st, 2-2 record. They're 19.5-point favorites against Boise State at home tomorrow, who's 3-1. That game's at 3:30 on NBC.
Carl, that was just, I didn't think the way it started out, I didn't
Oh,
think that game
yeah.
was going to end that way. But, it sure did.
They broke it loose
Yeah.
pretty quickly. So
they found those,
I think they know they got to keep
imperfections.
rolling and rolling impressively. So
right, if they want a chance.
exactly. And on the pro side, the Bears have a bye after winning over the Raiders on a blocked field goal, so they're now 2-2. And the Colts dropped their first game of the season last week at the Rams. They're 3-1, but they host the Raiders, who are 1-3.
Chance to bounce back.
I like the Colts' chances there.
The next couple of weeks, I think
Yeah.
they've got a chance to get
Yeah.
back before they head
Spot on
back
the
out
schedule.
to the coast again.
Yeah. That game's 1 o'clock on Fox, but you can also listen to it right here on WROI.
12 o'clock pregame.
And I got a few tidbits this morning. On this day in 1863, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln designated the last Thursday in November as Thanksgiving Day.
That's a great holiday.
Yeah.
I like that day.
We need more of those.
I probably learned that along the way, but I didn't remember that he was the president that put that in action. So. On this day in 1960, the Andy Griffith Show premiered on CBS.
Good old Andy.
It lasted for 8 years and still going strong
gonna
with
say,
reruns
yeah.
in black and white and color.
Yeah, I wonder if they wish they wouldn't have canceled that back then
Yeah.
after the 8 years. Cause
When you
it's,
hear about the Andy Griffith Show, you can't think about like the song you're almost whistling. At.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
right.
going to do that today.
Yeah.
I think Barney Fife right away.
Barney,
so-
Andy.
Oh, classic show. On this day in 2006, Friday Night Lights, the TV show, premiered on NBC and lasted many seasons. Very good show. If you like sports and you've never tuned into that series, it's available on Peacock now. So give that a watch. And on this day in 2021, the then known as the Cleveland Indians won their last game under that name, 2-0 over the Rangers.
Ah.
So
They went out with a bang at least.
they did. And also on this day, 2021, Buccaneers quarterback at the time, Tom Brady, passed Drew Brees on the NFL's all-time career passing yards list, becoming number 1. And he's number 1 by a good margin.
Yeah.
He
I
played
did
so
not
long.
realize that Drew Brees had that title for
Yep.
a while.
He passed quite a bit down there in New Orleans with
Yeah.
Sean Payton's offense.
Yes,
so.
he did.
And we got some days today. Is National Boyfriend Day, National No Sugar Day, National Techies Day, World Smile Day, that's a good one.
There you go.
Mean Girls Day, as in the movie
Ah.
Mean Girls. Kids Music Day, College Radio Day, National Body Language Day, and Manufacturing Day.
There you go.
Mighty
Great
good days
days.
there.
Yep.
A
Yeah.
lot of upcoming events. Times Theater is putting on Heartache Tonight, a tribute to the Eagles tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So is it tonight or tomorrow?
It's
Tomorrow
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
Saturday night.
$30 general admission. Doors open at 7:30. If you're an Eagles fan,
I think they're expecting a pretty packed house
Yeah.
for this one.
Should be a good
yeah,
one.
very good group. Chili Cook-Off. Big news about that. It's
Nice.
coming up next weekend.
Right around the corner.
Chili Cook-Off and Red Hot Car Show next Saturday.
And I looked ahead. If the weather holds, it's only supposed to be in the mid-70s
Yeah.
next Saturday.
Dry
And dry.
for now?
That's if it holds. It's Indiana, so I can't promise anything.
Now, last year was a wet one.
Yeah.
So Randy's promising good weather.
No, no promises.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I promise what it says now. But
And we're going to have Tiffany Lukens and Shauna Beeler on next Friday to talk
Awesome.
more about the Chili Cook-Off and the Red Hot Car Show.
Just a reminder, the Optimus Pumpkin Patch is open now.
yes,
Getting towards the end of the season, they'll be open a few more weeks. They'll come out this weekend.
great items there.
Get a good selection. I'll be working there for United Way tomorrow 2 to 5. So if you
We'll
want
come out and see Todd.
come out and see it, but also buy a lot of pumpkins. That's not-
He'll load them up for you.
Yeah, I'll load them up for you. That's my job. Money news. Dow finished up yesterday about 100 points. Just Dow's the Dow, and
Yep.
we'll move on from there. Bank news. We're open 8:30 to 5 today. 8:30 to noon tomorrow. We still offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. One of the best deals around. You really can't find a free checking account anymore, and that is truly free. So we're prideful that we can offer that, and that our communities love that. And the gifts, we get free gifts if you open an account.
Yep, and right now it's a flashlight lantern,
Awesome.
which has just been a really hot gift for us. I've reordered a lot of them, so.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
You had it in a few weeks, yeah.
In the mortgage market, we offer the best mortgage products that are out there. Contact Ben Dalton or Stacey Wilson or Ryan Austin at our Winnemac branch to get pre-approved. If you're questioning, like, is now the time to move, to remodel, refinance, they'd be happy to talk to you and help understand what your needs are and meet your needs. And they're great people and know a lot about mortgage loans in the mortgage industry.
And we have a new home equity special that we just launched too, so you can contact them for more information on that. But you get a nice rate for the first 6 months.
The introductory low rate, there's more details on that. You can check out some of our social media or advertising, and Ben, Stacy, or Ryan can help you out with that. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines, and we are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. So that's bank news.
Bank news, good old bank news.
Best part of the show now, we're bringing on the Rochester Fire Department, TJ DuBois and Brandon. Why don't you introduce yourselves and tell a little bit about yourself and your history with the fire department? Go ahead, Brandon.
I'll start here. My name is Brandon Cody. I've been with Rochester Fire Department in my eighth year now. I started as a volunteer in Mentone for 7 years, so I'm 15 years in now. I feel like an old man.
That's awesome.
And my knees say the same thing.
Well, it's hard work, I know that, yeah. And TJ, a lot of people know who you are, but why don't you just refresh our listening audience?
Yeah, TJ DuBois, I don't know how many years you've been in now, 20, 26, 27-ish. I'm still behind this guy right here. He's got a few more years on me.
Hey now, quit. Don't tell my age.
Speaking of Randy, Randy does volunteer for the fire
I do.
department.
He does.
Yes.
I do. What'd you say? 30 years
Almost
now?
there, almost. Coming up October 10th.
TJ's the Rochester Fire Department Chief, and October is typically known as Fire Prevention Month.
So yeah, that's why we're here this morning.
Why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on with the fire department and the activities they're doing for the Fire Prevention Week?
Yeah, so we love Fire Prevention Month. It started off as a week. As things have progressed and the need has grown, it has expanded to a month. So we really enjoy going to the schools, having schools come to us, and being able to tour the station and things like that, and just teach all of our normal fire safety stuff, smoke detectors, an evacuation plan out of the house. Obviously, the kids do their fire drills at school, so why not do it at your home as well? Obviously, there's a lot more dangers, I feel like, at the house, so being able to practice that in your own home and when you're sleeping and kind of drowsy, or when you wake up and you're groggy in the morning there and don't know what's going on, you need to be able to, without thinking about it, get out of your house.
You have a great education program for our youth in our community, because fire prevention, fire safety is critical, and basic things like you said, like smoke detectors, having an evacuation plan, just good fire safety sense is very valuable skill to have. And thank you for the fire department for what they do to help educate our students, and you have a lot going on for the week. So.
Yeah, we are busy all month long, like I said, with multiple schools coming in.
So what's a typical, when a school comes in, what do you do?
So it varies. If we go to a school, we have a very nice inflatable house, mock house that walks through some safety things, through the kitchen, fireplace safety, things that are just normal, hot and dangerous and don't touch type of things. So we get to talk about some of those things as we walk through the house, and then at the end there is a smoke cloud that the kids get to crawl under to stay low and be able to get out of the house and stay underneath the smoke. So,
yeah, so that's very important. That's an important skill if they're ever involved in fire.
And then as schools come to us at the station, we'll start in the classroom. We'll go over kind of those same things that we go through the inflatable with, and then our favorite part is we get to tour them through the station and go over things that we get to do on the daily and show them all the trucks. The kids love the trucks,
Yeah,
obviously.
you show them the trucks, equipment. In fact, you guys brought some equipment today.
We did.
We did. We brought a little equipment. Every year we talk about getting out of the house. It seems like we thought we'd change it up a little bit, talk about why we get to go in, and that's one of the things we do educate these kids on. Is like, can you go back in the house once you've been out? Can you go get your favorite toy? Can you get your dog? Can you get, like, no. Well, why can we go in? And we normally show them our gear and show them exactly why.
The special outer.
So
gear,
yeah, our
helmets,
gear is
breathing.
made up of 3 layers. We've got an inner insulating layer. We've got a layer in between that's supposed to be waterproof to help keep that water off so you're not steam burned. And then we've got a Nomex layer on the outside that is not supposed to burn. So there's 3 layers in there. You've got a hood that won't burn made of Nomex. We've got boots. Brandon here is actually in charge of all of our gear. So it expires every 10 years.
Every 10 years.
And so he keeps up to date. He has to make sure he's tracking whose stuff is due, who's not, and that's all that. And then that works into the
And
budget
pretty
as
much-
well.
That's life saving.
It is, and then from what his data shows, I'll figure out in the budget what we need because the turnout gear alone, just that coat and the pants are $5,000 a set.
And so like new equipment this year and last year, I mean, probably some new uniform equipment, things
Yeah,
like that.
we try to outfit firefighters at least five new sets of gear every year to kind of keep that rotation and make sure we don't have to replace everybody's at that 10-year mark at the same time because, like TJ said, that'd be very expensive. So normally 5 to 6 sets of new gear, and then we just keep a constant rotation of some of the heavier use stuff. The hoods, the Nomex hoods that protect the neck and face, those are also 10 years. But they see a lot more of the smoke and are up against your skin. That there's a big push of cancer-causing stuff, and so we try to keep 2 hoods. So when guys get back from a fire, they can throw that in the wash, have another one ready to go, and then gloves as well. Same thing, 10-year expiration date on those, and they obviously get the heavy use because of pulling hose, grabbing material, trying to lift stuff off of hot spots and things. So
TJ's holding up a helmet now.
So
Facebook Live people.
when we talk about the expense and stuff, here's the evolution of the helmets, and this is just a plastic helmet. And this was actually worn by a firefighter at one point, wasn't it, Randy?
Yes, it was.
Huh? If anybody wants to see that name, that is Randy's dad's helmet when he started. I couldn't give you the date on that one.
I couldn't tell you either.
So
But
that's
it
more
is
for
essentially just a plastic hard hat.
Yeah.
I mean,
head
formed.
protection.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's nothing there. And then we go to a more modern one. This is very similar to what we wear today. The 1010, I believe, is discontinued now.
Yep.
But the new version is very similar to it.
10 years.
But the webbing has changed in there. It's a much thicker shell.
So
It's got the Nomex hood on the back to help
Composite
protect the neck. The chin straps are there to keep it locked on.
yeah, for those listening on the radio, it's more what you expect. It's a full helmet to protect
That
the
would be
head,
what you said.
face
And then-
shield, and
And then the last one, this one is a leather helmet that some of the guys have. These are very much built like that, but a lot bulkier and heavier. This is a custom helmet. This is not what we buy our guys, but it is available.
so
The one thing about this one will expire after 10 years because it's within the NFP. These can be recertified. They have to be sent in and gone over and repaired. The leather can be repaired, but it can be recertified.
So that helmet looks like it's more bulky and just overall like a typical firefighter. What's their equipment like that they have?
Well, here. You want that on your head?
Full gear, turnout gear, boots, pants, coat, helmet, air pack that we have to be able to breathe when we go inside. You're looking at adding anywhere from 75 to 125 pounds to a person.
That's a lot. So fitness is critical for fire safety when you're battling fires. So talk about a little bit about the fire department, how many staff you have, regular staff, volunteers.
So we have 10 career firefighters right now. We have about 26 volunteers currently. That number moves up and down. We just had 2 move away. One moved back down to Peru, I believe, and the other one over to the Knox area. So that's a constant. We had them. They moved into here. Now they moved away. That fluctuates. So daily we run about 3 guys on duty at a time. We bring a couple guys in at night because nighttime runs. It seems like it's a delayed reaction getting guys to come into the station. And not just guys. We do have female firefighters now. So
Great. So this week is, or there's a fire fire
So
ban.
yes, yesterday we had a fire ban announced. The commissioners decided, the county commissioners make that decision. It's finally gotten dry enough. Our EMA director, Dawn Sewell, she normally puts out a post and talks to the fire chiefs. How do you guys feel about this? And you know, we're getting really close to thinking about that. Then with Cass County's big fire, they say, hey, let's put it in. And it is dry enough that I wouldn't argue that case at all.
So
It
what does
doesn't
that
take
mean for
much.
the citizens in Bolton County?
So what that means is no open burning right now. I believe if you go to the Facebook page for EMA, they have it all listed there, exactly what you can and cannot do. Brandon's pulling it up right now, and the bulk of it is fires are prohibited right now. No big brush fires, no nothing. If you're going to cook, that's fine. I believe as long as you have a graded system to where it's covered, you can cook with it.
And
but
be present if you're
and be present, which is a rule all the time, but the difference now too, even in a cooking fire, you can't let it smolder afterwards. You do have to put it out. We want it out completely. We need to give these farmers a chance to get their crops out. That's the big thing. We don't want to lose 50, 60 acres of standing corn because somebody needed to burn
And that could just
a
take
pile of
from an
leaves.
ember just blowing and traveling.
Well, currently, I believe our boys are next door at the annex building putting the mulch out.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's probably cigarette. It's that dry that just a small ember can get anything going right now.
So burn ban all right now. We request everybody to honor that and.
Yeah, just pay attention to that, and then even when you do have your fires, when the burn ban's lifted, just be respectful of your neighbors. That's probably the number one call we get on burn complaints is the smoke going into your neighbor's house. I mean, pay attention to the wind, and it is required by law that you occupy that fire at all times. You have to be with it. You can't just, I'm done with my campfire, I'm going to go in for a while, I'm going to leave and go to the store. You have to be with it. That's where the accidents happen. So put them out if you're done with it. Just go out and put a bucket of water on it, be done with it, and be respectful of your neighbors with the smoke.
So when we started our discussion, you mentioned smoke detectors.
Yep.
That's an important part of the fire prevention.
That's how we start every fire prevention month off every year. Is smoke detectors, and Monday night we're going to go door to door. Brandon's kind of quarterbacking that, where we're going to go and how that's going to go.
Yep, so every year that I've been here, and I know it started before I arrived, we do a smoke detector blitz during our October meeting. And the blitz is we go to an area in the community and literally knock door to door. Hey, can we inspect your smoke detectors? Do you have smoke detectors? Are they working? Have you changed the batteries? We go through all that. We have been fortunate enough to have a program where we have smoke detectors to hand out and install for people. So this year, on the 6th, October 6th, starting at 5:30-ish, we will be hitting Fulton Avenue this year and going up and down Fulton Avenue. We try to respect people, in their privacy.
Yeah.
So if you're having dinner or you're just gone and we don't catch you, please call into the station. We can send crews back out anytime and go through that if we don't.
So they
if we
look
don't
at
get to them.
what smoke detectors are available there and replace if they need to be, things like that.
Yep, correct. Yep. Smoke detectors have a 10-year life to them, so they definitely need to be replaced every 10 years, if not sooner. A lot of them now have concealed batteries, so you don't even have to worry about replacing batteries. They just have a 10-year life battery to them, so if that battery goes bad, you just have to replace the whole unit. So it does make it a little more convenient for people not to have to worry about changing
Let's
those.
talk about testing smoke detectors because it seems like maybe this is just observational things, but whenever there's fatalities and fires, it always seems like the smoke detectors weren't working.
Weren't working or they didn't have them. And so that's what stems this door to door. Is we don't want to see anybody have a fatality because they didn't get up at night. These are fairly cheap. We'll give you one if you need one. That's why we go door to door. If you don't have one, we will give you one that day free of charge. If you need help putting them in there, but we will help you install them. If you even question where it should be, we'll help you pick the best location for what you have.
So if people have smoke detectors, should they test them?
They should. So there's a button on the side that real easy to trip. You just press down on the button. It should go off. Beep beep beep. If they have intercommunicating ones, so if it's a new house, they have them hardwired. That's a code now. They all have to work together. Meaning, if this one goes off, they're all going off. The reason that's important is if you're double level house, triple level house, whatever, that one in the basement goes off. If you're sleeping on the second floor, you're not going to hear that. So we wanted to set them all off. If you don't have that, that's fine too. Just make sure there's one by your bedroom. That's probably the number one place. During the day, you're going to notice the smoke. You're going to see. You're going to get out. When you're sleeping is where we're more worried about it. We want you to wake up and get out of the house. So press that button. Brandon brought up the batteries, but not all are that way. Not all have a 10-year lithium battery. So you may be thinking that you have one. Go press that button and see. You know, if it's not going off, you probably have a 9-volt battery.
Those don't last very long.
No, they need to be replaced every year. So by all means, go test those batteries or test the detector this year. If it's not working, call us. Let's see if we can figure out why.
TJ, let's also talk about a little bit, because there are special needs ones out there.
There are. That's a good point,
for
Randy.
hearing people that maybe can't hear,
Yep.
or some other issues. There's special ones out there too.
There are, and I don't think we have one on station. We typically do. The Red Cross has been very good about getting us one, or we can apply for one. But there are bed shaker ones, and they have also a strobing light that go with them, because the hearing impaired can't hear it. So they've developed some that they can feel and see, and they work very, very well. We've installed probably about 1 to 2 a year for them. There's a little bit more work on our end, but yeah, we just need to know ahead of time who needs it, go out and see who they are. There's some more documentation that goes with it, but we can normally get them one through the Red Cross.
So it's just a few simple steps that really can help save your lives and your family's lives. And very
Absolutely.
important to do. Randy, thanks for bringing that up too. You've been a volunteer for 30 years, and you've seen probably a little bit of everything, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes.
So the importance of fire prevention and fire safety.
That makes him the firehouse oracle now, doesn't it?
No.
Found the knowledge out there.
You
That's
get the badge
Murphy.
for that, maybe.
That's Murphy.
So thank you, Rochester Fire Department, for all you do. Everybody that serves on the fire department, the firemen, firewomen, the volunteers, makes our communities safer. We're very grateful for what you do, and it's kind of a good time to remember the fire department and the staff and the firefighters for Fire Prevention Month and Week. And make sure, if you're an individual, that you know your safety routes and check your fire your smoke detectors. And any last words, Randy, TJ, Brandon, you'd like to close with about advice or cautions or?
Questions, call out. They got out there. Guys are there.
Yeah, they'll answer your questions, and a lot of times if you just want your smoke detectors looked at or whatever, they may tell you, hey, can we schedule it this evening when we can got more staff, or they may be in the middle of something, but they will come out. Somebody will come out and help walk you through what they think, or make that decision, or even do that the fire drill with you. You know, talk about. That's probably one of the most overlooked things we go over with people is they don't ever do a fire drill. But when it's chaotic and in the middle of the night and you're half asleep, it makes all the difference in the world if you get to point A where you're supposed to. And one of the things we teach too is, you know, if you get to the front of the house or you have that meeting place and the fire truck pulls up and you can tell them everybody's out, you've made half their job easier. If you're still in, they're not going to let hose, they're not going to start putting fire out, they're going in to get the people out first, whether it's a factory, a school. Anyway, if everybody's not out, you're delaying their ability to put the fire out.
And so it's even for the safety of the firefighters too, to know that status.
Yep.
Well, thank you for all you do. Thank you for your support of our community and keeping us safe.
All right, how about this trivia question? I gotta hear this.
Fire poles first used 1858, 1878, 1898, 1918.
I'm going with A.
Okay? 1858, well, good answer, 1878.
1870.
Someone on the Chicago Fire Department. And I just thought that was interesting. There's not a fire pole at the station now.
There is, Todd, and if you want, I will let you go down.
My wife probably doesn't want that.
But you through some training and have you sign a waiver. But
And Tanner will bring the camera.
absolutely.
But also, that's great. I mean, you always welcome guests at the fire department just so we
Absolutely,
can learn more.
Yeah, so
Not
the
whenever,
station
not
will be
even-
full
It
this
doesn't even
month.
have to be just during fire prevention. We love
Thank
having
you.
people.
All right.
We'll close the show with words of wisdom from Muhammad Ali. Everybody knows Muhammad Ali, great Olympic champion, boxer. Don't count the days, make the days count.
Sounds great. Thanks, Todd. Have a great Friday. Tanner, thank you. And again, thanks to the fire department as well.